was imagining myself eating Little Debbie cakes. I didn't think I would even make it this far, to be honest. I am dying, you guys. This is hard. The fact that I have to say saying no to a cookie was like the hardest part of my day. I know that some of you are probably wondering if I lost weight, and the answer is hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maylene from Mrs. Call's Campers. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. So if you are already subscribed to my channel, you know that I am a teacher and I just finished my very first year of teaching. I decided to tack on another challenge that very first year though, and as you can tell by the title, it was to quit sugar for a week. And a week might not sound like a lot to some people it might. To me, it definitely did, because I have loved sugar my entire life. So I want to give you just a little bit of background about me before we hop into this video, which is going to be mostly vlog style, so you can see the everyday challenges and things like that. At the end, I am going to talk to you about the side effects, the things that I learned, all of the feelings that came along with quitting sugar, and things that really helped me get through my week. But I have loved sugar for a really long time. I know some people can go without chocolate and things like that, but for me, I could eat chocolate for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's just the way I am, and I know it's after years and years of conditioning my body to be that way. I am a binge eater. I will eat, way too many things in one session, and I do want to be upfront with you guys about my relationship with sugar, so that if you're going through the same sort of thing, you have something to base your journey off of. I should let you know I've never gone on a diet before. There were periods in my life where I would try to eat healthy for a couple of weeks and then eventually fall back into the same routines. So this was a completely new journey for me, unlike anything I'd ever tried before, but I really wanted to see if I could do it, because when I tell you guys that I am addicted to sugar, which you will hear me say throughout the video because I am very aware of it, I mean it. And it's not just sugar, it's like crap food in general. I do love eating healthy when I eat healthy, but there's always that really strong pull for me to want to go back to those foods. And I know there's a reason. I know that sugar affects our brain almost like heroin. I know that for me, when I eat sugar, my dopamine receptors are firing like crazy. I love it, I crave it, I could eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and for a majority of my life, I did. I also feel like I should note that sugar and binge eating and things like that for me are not necessarily something I do on an emotional level. It's not something that I do to react to situations. It's just part of my lifestyle and something that brings me a lot of comfort. For me, I started on a Sunday and ended on a Sunday, but you will see footage starting on Monday. So here you go. Today is Monday. I started all sugar removal yesterday. So I want to let you know up front, this is my second day. I'm almost through, and it's hard. It's really hard. So I am used to eating sugar all day long. It's in absolutely everything, and starting this journey has made me realize that even more. It is in everything. There are so many different names for it. Anything you pick up in the grocery store most likely has sugar, and it is so disheartening to see that, because I'm trying to be really good, but everything has sugar in it. I can't say yes to anything. So I decided last night that I was gonna go grocery shopping, and I went at 10 p.m. last night. I had so many things to do, but I decided if I didn't go grocery shopping then and there, it wasn't gonna get done. So I went grocery shopping. I of course cleaned out my pantry, my fridge. I had basically nothing left, but I felt really good about going grocery shopping last night and setting myself up for success, because I knew if that didn't happen, I was gonna fail today, and I almost failed today, probably 4 different times. So I'm actually keeping a log of my food in the MyFitnessPal app. I do want to say really quickly, I'm not looking to lose a certain amount of pounds, and when you sign up for MyFitnessPal, it makes you like say how many pounds do you want to lose. So I just put in a number. I'm really not focused on that. I really just want to be happy and comfortable in my skin, which I'm not currently. I've been different weights over the years, but it's not really something that's ever gone down. I've never lost weight, and I've never tried to lose weight. I've exercised, like I've been exercising for the past 2 months consistently, but I haven't really seen a difference. and I know it's because of all of the junk that I eat. So that is why I'm cutting it out. I want to see a difference in my body. I want to feel a difference in, you know, my mind and soul and body. So here we go. So my MyFitnessPal set a goal of 1,200 calories for me. So far today I've only had 382. I need to eat some food apparently. So for breakfast I actually skipped it. Really, I just had coffee and sweetener. I am using artificial sweetener. I know you guys are going to be like, Maylene, that's so bad for you. I know, but I'm doing it. Next up, lunch, I had Tuscan seasoned broccoli and thinly sliced chicken breasts. I prepared that for myself last night. The broccoli has sodium in it. Like, it is packed with sodium, but it is so, so good. And to me, if it's that good, I'm gonna eat more vegetables. I don't know really how to justify it. I just think it's delicious. I do like normal broccoli, but this is so much better. All right, and I obviously haven't had dinner yet, but I have had some snacks. I actually need to add a snack. So the snacks I've had today is a cheese stick. I've had 5 sticks of gum because I'm telling you guys, I literally cannot handle this. I know gum has, what is it, aspartame, something? It has some kind of artificial sweetener in it. I have to. I don't think I could do it without that. Baby carrots, a pack of the little baby carrots that I like, and then I had cashews when I came home. I also saved some notes on how I was feeling throughout the day. So my food diary for today says, snack time was hard. And I had a cheese stick because my kids, you guys, bring the most delicious snacks. Took a lot of self-control. I've been eating gum nonstop all day long. I got a really, really bad sweet tooth craving before lunch, and I was fighting it, you guys. I had like 2 pieces of gum before lunch because it was so difficult. And then right before 2 o'clock, I was having an intense craving again, and I had some carrots, and I was just munching through them. It was tough. There are certain parts of my day where I'm busier and I forget about those cravings, but any second I'm not busy, I almost want to cry thinking about like how bad this is. My whole entire drive home, I was imagining myself eating Little Debbie cakes, eating ice cream, eating so many delicious things, but I'm not gonna do that to myself. I really want to stick with this. I really want to prove to myself that I can do it. And I'm not saying I'm not gonna have any sugar whatsoever. Like I said, I am having the sugar substitutes, and I'm also having some fruit like you saw in my groceries. I'm really trying not to do any processed sugar, and for the most part, any processed foods really, because most of our processed foods have those things in them. I'm trying to cut back on carbs, not knock them out completely, but really cut back and just be better. I just want to see a difference in myself, and I feel like this is the only thing that's going to help me do that. And I have thought about it for so many years. I've thought about it for years and years and years, but there was always something coming up that I didn't want to miss out on. There was always that next treat that I wanted, or there was always that new thing that I wanted to try, and that's never gonna stop. But hopefully I can learn to control myself. I'm really interested to see if I can tell a difference. This vlog is just gonna show a week without sugar, but my goal is to go longer for that, but I have to start with a week. I have to know like there is an end somewhere. And yeah, so that's all I'm gonna share with you guys today. I'm gonna keep you updated on my journey, how I feel. I'm telling you guys, I am a sugar addict. I can eat an entire box of Little Debbie's. I can eat an entire gallon of ice cream. No self-control when it comes to sweets. And I really wanna change that. So if you guys are in the same boat, I hope that this gives you some inspiration. I just wasn't ready, but I think I'm ready now. So here we go. Hey you guys, it's actually still Monday. It's about 9:30. And I kind of just wanted to come on here because I'm struggling right now. I have been logging my foods, as you guys saw, because I want to make sure that I'm still being healthy while I'm doing this, and not under eating like I feared I was going to do. And I am, big time. I feel like part of it is because I woke up late and didn't have time to like make a breakfast. So I'm missing a lot of calories. Also, if it's not obvious already, I did go and work out, and I burned 479 calories. My app is telling me I need to eat 951 calories. Hello, not gonna happen, but I do need to eat something because I didn't actually end up eating dinner. I went to my sister's track meet and I had some Skinny Pop and some watermelon because I needed something, and I was starving right before I worked out, but I didn't have time to eat and then work out, or else I would have been feeling sick to my stomach the entire time I worked out. So I don't know, I'm really thinking some pasta with like some hot sauce on it. I know that probably sounds gross to you guys. I actually used to do this all the time, but I don't really like spaghetti sauce. I don't know, I want to add like a protein, but at the same time I am not hungry and it is almost 10 o'clock at night. I know I should though. Maybe I'll make a turkey burger. I know it's bad to starve yourself, but it's also bad to eat right before bed. So it's like, which one's worse right now? Probably starving yourself. I'm really not the kind of person who's like, oh, I'm not gonna eat to lose weight. Never done that before. I just am having trouble building up these calories. So tomorrow, knowing what I know now, I am going to do better. Hey, sweet friends. It is Tuesday after school. If I make it through today, which I think I will, it will have been 3 days since I had sugar. And that is crazy for me to say. I'm telling you guys, I don't think that I have gone even a day, like maybe even, I don't think 2 days, but definitely not 2 days ever without having some kind of sugar, because it's in everything. But it's not even just like the sugar that we don't realize is in things, it's the sugar that I know I'm eating because I binge eat. That's my main problem, is I will binge eat sweets and binge eat sweets. But I wanted to hop on because I have to, of course, update you guys on my dinner. I did end up eating pasta with hot sauce because I felt like I needed to eat those carbs, but I honestly kind of regret it because I wasn't hungry, and I know it's bad to not eat, but I really wasn't hungry. And like, I feel like, I don't know, I could have just taken the extra 20 minutes to like make something and eat something that was gonna be better, but it just felt like a waste because I was going to bed. So probably I'm not gonna do pasta again for a while. But today I ate breakfast. I cooked, it wasn't really a full breakfast, it was just 3 eggs. And the reason I cooked 3 of them was because I knew that was all I was gonna get for breakfast. So I need to go home and really consider some good options for breakfast. But I did want to tell you, I'm not sure if it's because we're going on day 3 and I've kind of gotten out of my head, because this whole time I've been thinking about sugar, sugar, sugar. I want sugar, I have to have sugar. I don't know if it's because I'm out of my head now, or if it's because I had breakfast this morning, maybe a little bit of both. But I was not craving anything, you guys, not until right after lunch, actually. And that is crazy to me. Like, I didn't even want to like chew gum, like I didn't need anything. So I had a couple snacks. I'll show you like what I ate at the end of the day. But I feel like I did a really good job today. I'm really, really proud of myself. Of course, I checked my mailbox at school, and Teacher Appreciation Week, of course, is next week, and they have some delicious things planned, but I'm going to be very mindful of what I indulge in next week, because I'm just gonna say it, like, I am trying to quit sugar, but I'm also not trying to deprive myself, because if I do, I will binge. I know that. So I'm trying to get through this week without any sugar, and next week be very mindful and start making some like really good changes for my life. And I'm proud of that. So tonight for dinner, I think I'm gonna try cooking a turkey burger. I don't really eat turkey burgers, but I used to work at a place a long time ago that had one delicious one, so I think I wanna try to recreate it. I don't know if that's gonna work or not, but this is a really good feeling, and I didn't think I would even make it this far, to be honest. Hey guys, so it's almost 10 o'clock. I really need to shower and get ready for bed, but I worked out at 8 o'clock. My workouts are bar, and I go for an hour. Today I burned 467 calories. The way my Fitness Pal sets it up is it gives you like a set amount of calories. It adds calories for exercise. So if I exercise for, you know, like 500 calories, it'll say, okay, you have 500 more calories to eat if you want to. I had dinner, and then I had some watermelon just now. I probably shouldn't have, but that's okay. But I did want to mention, one of the biggest struggles is that I've got so many terrible habits. Like, I would go work out at bar, and then on my way home pass a McDonald's and like want nuggets or want ice cream or want to stop and get something every time I worked out, which is a terrible habit. And like leaving school today, I had a craving to like stop and go by somewhere, like maybe Starbucks or Sonic, and just get something, or Burger King on my way home. And I didn't do any of it, but my body is so used to doing those things that I think breaking those habits is actually what's the hardest thing for me right now. But today the cravings were not that bad at all. I told you guys I had like 2 sticks of gum earlier. I didn't really start getting cravings until later, and then I kind of got some cravings just now, but I think that's just because I am bored. So I'm trying to replace those cravings with drinking water, or if it's really intense, like trying to snack on like nuts or something. That worked earlier today. But I'm just trying to make healthy swaps, and it was a little bit discouraging looking at the MyFitnessPal app, because if I go into the nutrition part of it, and like I said, these calories are based on me setting like a goal weight, and I'm not really trying to get to a certain weight, I'm just trying to be healthier. So I really don't need to follow the calories like too much, but I do because I don't know why. But if I go into the nutrient section and I look at the sugar, I have not had any added sugar. I've not had any processed food, nothing that's like sugary, but I have had an apple today, I had watermelon today, I had a sweet potato today, and all of those things added up to 59 grams of sugar, which is a lot. It still says I'm under my sugar goal by 4 grams, so I'm still under, but I just don't like seeing like, oh, 59 grams of sugar, even though the sugar came from carrots, a sweet potato, more carrots, apples, and watermelon. Like, that's where the sugar came from because it's natural sugar. So it's different, I get it. It's just, I don't know, I feel like I just want to say, oh, I quit sugar, but then it's like fruit has sugar in it too. I am still really proud of myself, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, I just kind of wanted to update you guys on how I was feeling today, and I hope I feel even better tomorrow. All right, you guys, it's day 4 and my kids are tormenting me. I'm serious. They found out today that I'm not eating any sugar, and it's bad enough from like people at school who are like, you know, eating all these delicious things, and you know, my kids with their snacks, but them coming up to me and just saying cookies or ice cream, like they'll just come up to me and say random junk foods, and you wouldn't think it would make a difference, but it does, because I was like hardcore craving it today. I had breakfast, only had eggs. Again, I need to do better. If you guys have any good like healthy breakfast ideas besides like a smoothie, because I really don't want to do a smoothie for breakfast, because usually I have coffee, and a smoothie and coffee just aren't going to work out for me. Like, leave those down below. I don't really want to do overnight oats either, so please don't suggest that. I think they're disgusting. I don't like cold oatmeal, but just any good breakfast ideas that are not those, let me know. And for lunch today, I forgot to actually prep my lunch last night, so I just had some broccoli, carrots, string cheese, and nuts, which was fine, but I don't feel like that took me through my day. Like, I was craving sweets so bad today. Like, it was like day 2 all over again. So of course I like chewed the gum, and I know the gum has like sugar, but I don't know what else to do, you guys. Like, I need to do something. It also came up during bus duty today that I was going on like a sugar cleanse basically, and one of my kids was like, what, you're going on a diet? And like, I never said it like that before, but I was like, yeah, because I've never been on a diet. Like, I have never dieted in my 24 years of living. Hasn't happened, but I realized I'm on a diet now, and it is not fun. Also had a really difficult time after school. Like, I made it through my school day. At the very end, like right before I left, I popped like 3 chunks of watermelon in my mouth because I just needed something. And I'm keeping a bin of watermelon in my school fridge for times like that, but I just like needed something. But I got in my car, and immediately my brain was like, okay, where are we gonna go? Because I have created the worst habits, you guys. My body wants to go to like Starbucks and get like a coffee, or Sonic and get a blast, because those are delicious. I had to really fight myself not to do it, and so I didn't stop well, I stopped and got gas, which they were playing an ice cream ad on the little monitor, and I was like, I just can't escape it. Like, it's following me everywhere. But that's how I'm feeling on day 4. I really need to go and make a delicious dinner, probably like a juicy steak. I kind of wanted it as like a treat. About now, midweek, when I'm like dying. I am dying, you guys. This is hard. I will say I haven't had any withdrawal symptoms. I did get a headache today, but I think that was honestly just because my kids were being like crazy loud and noisy. I don't think it has to do with the sugar, but you know, at this point, I don't really know, but I will keep you updated on those because that was one of the things that I was worried about. No symptoms yet, nothing like too negative other than just that pit in my stomach wanting it so bad. Tomorrow will be 4 days, and that will be, wait, no, today's 4 days. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Tomorrow will be 5 days, and 5 days is almost a week. All right, so, where do I begin? Today was awful. I was getting headaches today. I don't know if it's from my kids or from like the chocolate or what. I struggled today like it was day 2 all over again. And I felt really good because, you know, day 3 went awesome, but like today I probably had like 7 sticks of gum. Is that good for me? No. Is it better for me than eating like a ton of junk food? You betcha. One of my kiddos was actually so excited because he brought cookies today, and he was so excited because he knows that I love cookies and he wanted me to have some. And I had to tell this sweet little boy that I couldn't eat his cookies, and I think my heart is permanently broken, you guys. He was like, Miss Call, just have one, please, just eat one cookie. You can have just one. And I was like, I really can't. I want to so bad. Maybe next week, but I really can't. Soft cookies too, guys. Hair's a little frizzy, that's okay. Do I sound as crazy to you guys as I think I sound to myself? Because the fact that I have to say saying no to a cookie was like the hardest part of my day, pretty sad. So I do feel like I have learned a lot about myself and about my body through this process. And at this point, you know, it's Thursday, I started on Sunday. I know that I'm not going to cave in and give into these sugar cravings as much as I want to, just because I want the satisfaction of saying I quit sugar for a week, you know? Like, to me, that's the biggest thing driving me right now, not my like body, which is driving me, not like how I want to look. It's just like me being able to say I did it. Like today, right now, that's the biggest thing stopping me from going and eating these delicious goodies that a teacher just sent me for a teacher appreciation collab, which I will link for you guys right up here if you want to watch. But it has been an incredibly difficult journey. I mean, like I said, I had 7 sticks of gum today because I couldn't curb it no matter how hard I tried. I just could not curb that feeling of just wanting something. It's definitely still hard. And you know, I was reading a website earlier today that was like, I quit my sugar addiction, here's how I did it, or from like an ex-sugar fiend. And just like reading things from people who used to be sugar addicts is really helpful. I feel like this video is so serious right now. It sounds like I'm like actually addicted to drugs. I mean, I kind of am. Sugar is worse than a drug. It's just so hard to imagine myself on the other side of this. Like, even right now, people that I know in my life are like, I can't believe like that you of all people are going a week without sugar. Like, it is a part of who I am. Like, when you think of me, snacks come to mind probably. I'm always eating something that's bad for me. Knowing that, and like knowing who I have been my entire life, and just knowing like my body and what it craves and what it's used to craving, it is so hard to imagine myself not having those cravings. Like, right now I'm successful, but I'm still having cravings. Like, my relationship with sugar hasn't changed. It's just hard. Really do regret that pasta I had the other night for dinner. I'm not a very creative person when it comes to meals, mostly because I am an incredibly picky eater, which is part of the reason why I probably have this huge sugar addiction, because everything sweet tastes good to me. I'm a very simple eater, but things like that don't bother me. I'm not the kind of person who gets bored with most things. Like, if I had to eat chicken and broccoli every single day, I'm the kind of person that could do that. Like, I'm just boring like that. But if you guys have any creative meal ideas that you want to leave for me down below that would help me out a little bit, I would appreciate it. I am struggling with breakfast the most. You know, the little muffin tin things that you can make with eggs? I think I want to make something like that. And I also do regret not buying any spinach to throw into like the smoothies that I got. Anyways, I just kind of wanted to be vocal about these things so that if you are planning to do a cleanse like this, you can see the things that I wish I had done, or things I wish I had done differently. Okay, real quick, I'm going to show you guys what I ended up making for dinner. So I am having some iced coffee. This is that Starbucks unsweetened iced coffee. I put like a teaspoon of the sugar-free vanilla in here, and the serving size is 2 tablespoons. So I just put the bare minimum just to sweeten it up a little bit. That has been so good. It's the first time I've had it since I bought it. For dinner, this probably does not look good to a lot of you guys. This is chicken, which I pretty much blackened because that's how I like chicken. It's not burnt, it's just, I just put way too much pepper on there. That might make you like uncomfortable. But these are carrots that I sauteed with some garlic, and this is cauliflower. It actually came from that steamed cauliflower bag, but I went ahead and sauteed it in the pan with basically until it got crisp, and then I tossed it in some of my Frank's Red Hot sauce. This is from the carrots, but this is like 3 ounces of chicken. I did have a little bit left over that I'm just gonna use as like a snack for tomorrow. So that's my dinner. I'm just trying to be real with you guys. It's not gonna be pretty all the time. So I am actually on my way to go work out, and since I am on my way to go work out, I wanted to talk to you guys about where that kind of fits in with this whole sugar cleanse. So I started something called Garage Bar in March. It's a bar fitness class, and I did it the whole month of March, 5 days a week pretty much, throughout April. It is now May, going March and April like 5 times a week, burning like anywhere from 500 calories to a session. Some days I even went more than 1 class in a row. I didn't notice any real changes in my body, so I'm really curious to see at the end of this if I do notice any changes in my body. I mean, it's day 5 and I kind of do, kind of don't. It's hard to tell because, you know, we have so much water weight. Sodium plays a huge role in all of that. I did just really want to kind of affirm what people say when they say, you know, weight loss is, what do they say, like 30% exercise, 70% the kitchen, what you eat, because during March and April I ate the same way I've always eaten, and that is just not even thinking twice about sugar and going to sugar and like just carbs and things like that. And so of course I didn't notice any changes in my body, and I knew that, but at the same time I was like, well, working out's good for you, right? So working out definitely gave me a healthier mindset, but the sugar cleanse is a whole other story, because I know that if I stick with this, I'm going to see results, and that is so satisfying in itself. It's hard because I know a lot of people do sugar cleanses and they don't work out, and they're like, look at the results I got without even working out. For me, since I actually started changing that mindset before I did this cleanse and actually start working out, because I found something I love, which is not easy to do. I think for a lot of people, workouts are not something they are motivated to do because they haven't found what works for them. I finally found it, you guys, and never thought I would say it, but I did. I'm rambling, but I just wanted to say it makes me feel so much better knowing that I am eating healthy, but that I'm also working out, and working out for, I think they're like 45-minute workouts, and then we have our warm-ups and cool-downs in there. So it's about an hour space of time where I am at this studio working out, and not only does that make me feel better mentally, it makes me feel so much more committed to this journey, but it also takes an hour of my day where I'm not sitting around thinking about sugar. So I know some of you are probably thinking, oh, I want to lose weight and I don't want to work out, and while the sugar part of your diet is going to affect you so much more and give you so much better results than just working out, I really recommend trying to find something you love. And I never thought I would be the person who is saying this to you guys right now. Like, if you know me in real life, you know that it just was not me. So I'm really proud that I can sit here and talk to you guys about something like this. So anyways, I just wanted to encourage you guys to find something that works for you, and also consider your sugar, but definitely try to find something that you enjoy going to, like I enjoy going to bar. Hi guys, so it is 9, it's actually after 9 on Thursday. I went and worked out. After I left, I had the craving to go to McDonald's because I made a bad habit of going to McDonald's after I work out, hence why I never saw results, right? So I decided instead I was gonna go to Publix, so I decided I wanted to make these spinach, bacon, egg little breakfast bites things. And so I got like eggs, I got spinach and all that, and then I was looking at the bacon, and for some reason I just had a feeling to like check and look at the back of the package. No surprise, cane sugar is in like almost every package of bacon. And I was like, okay, that makes sense, but is it in every pack? So I ended up finding one brand that didn't have any added sugar and it was fine. So I'm gonna make those and prep them for maybe the weekend and next week. Not tomorrow because I'm not gonna stay up and do that. So tomorrow morning I'm actually gonna make a smoothie. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, so I just wanted to show you, I ended up getting stevia, and the reason I'm getting stevia is because people are telling me stevia is like the best, not a lot, but just like in things like my coffee. I also got a pomegranate because I've been craving a pomegranate. And then I got sweet potatoes because I really want to make sweet potato fries next week. Those are like one of my favorite things to make is sweet potato fries. So that was my little end of the week grocery trip, and I am going to head to bed. Oh, do you ever? Oh wait, did I take my earrings off or did they fall off? I need to go figure that out. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. It's Friday after school. In fact, I've already worked out. It's about 6 o'clock. And I do want to say, literally the most ineffective workout I've had, because the only thing I had prepped for lunch was a little piece of chicken that I cut off from my dinner last night because it was like just a little bit too much chicken. So I threw it in my lunch. I was like, oh, I'll just eat that as a snack, and broccoli. So chicken and broccoli and carrots were my lunch today. But it was like a tiny piece of chicken, like 1.5 ounces, like nothing. And then for breakfast I had an apple, and then for a snack I had some skinny popcorn. And then I went to work out today, burned 200 calories less than I normally burn, was tired the whole time. Lesson learned. I just need to do something. I need to get some kind of something in me before I work out for real. And that's why I kind of like doing this, because I'm noticing more things. Like before I would literally just load my body up with sugar in everything I ate. I'm telling you guys, just about every single thing I put in my body was sugar. So bad. So anyways, I'm going to have a turkey burger tonight. I'm gonna do some of that sauteed, almost like blackened cauliflower, get it a little bit crispy, put some hot sauce on that, and then saute some of the carrots and garlic again for dinner tonight. And for dessert, I'm actually going to have a smoothie, the smoothie that I was going to make this morning before I was running late and got pulled over by a state trooper, but that's a different story. So yeah, I'm really proud of myself and how far I've gone. The cravings were actually not there today for some reason because I was so busy all day long. My kids. It's May. It's finally May. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, I will update you guys if anything else changes before tomorrow. Good morning, you guys. It is the beginning of the 7th day with no sugar. I am going out of town this weekend. I'm gonna go to my mother-in-law's house, hang out with my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, maybe some other family, I'm not really sure. But I did pack some things for this weekend so that I can be as healthy as possible. I know we are going out, but I'm gonna do really good, you guys. And I can't believe that I have, so far, I made it 7 days without any sugar. It feels so good to say that. I have so much to tell you guys when I sit down and reflect on this whole process, but just know that like, it feels really good to say I've gone 7 days without any sugar. Like, it feels awesome. I started off my morning with some of that Starbucks black iced coffee that you guys saw me buy, and I added stevia for the first time in my life. Stevia is not that bad in black iced coffee. I added just the recommended serving size, so I think half a teaspoon of it, and it just sweetened it just enough for me to be able to drink it. That was nice to have. And then I also made like, it wasn't really an omelet, it was more like an egg pocket fold over type thing. I basically just made 2 eggs, threw a handful of spinach in there, and seasoned it with like garlic, pepper, and like a tiny pinch of salt, but it was like a weird shape, so I don't know, I'm gonna call it an egg pocket fold over. But let me show you just what I'm bringing this weekend so that I am not tempted to eat all of the good, delicious, fantastic things. Here you go. In this container, I have some of that broccoli that I love. I have packed 2 apples, 2 packs of these baby carrots just so I can make sure I get my veggies in, 2 string cheeses for snacking. I also packed some of these black grapes in this reusable pouch that I love using from grove.com. And then in here I have some carrot chips that I kind of blackened the way I like them with garlic, and then a turkey burger is in there as well. Finally, this is 2 servings of pistachios. These are containers from blender bottles. They're called the Go Stack, and they come with like 4 different ones, I think, of different sizes. This actually equates to half a cup, give or take, and they have a smaller version that's a 1/4 cup, but I decided I was gonna put 2 servings in here. Like I said, I am gonna be so tempted to eat things that are not good for me, so if I have enough things that are good for me, I should be pretty well off. And then some Skinny Pop popcorn, which dividing this up into bags was like the best thing I did. And I'm about to make one of those smoothies that I have been putting off making. I was gonna make one last night for dessert, but I was actually super tired last night. I passed out, like completely passed out by 9:30, so a smoothie didn't happen, but I'm gonna make one this morning. So really quickly, another thing that I want to bring up is that I have been weighing like all of my food and like some liquids whenever I need to, and my food scale has been a huge help during all of this. I highly recommend. Oh wow, that's bright. It is really good though, but it's pretty sweet. I feel like next time I could even get away with adding more than a handful of spinach. I could probably put 2 handfuls in, maybe even 3 handfuls. But that's why I got smoothies, is so I could add extra things to them. But I didn't get spinach when I bought the smoothie mix the first time, so it took me forever to finally make one. But yeah, I like it. So if any of the things that I said in this video were relatable to you, or something that you felt yourself experiencing, or if you've quit sugar before, please share everything in the comments. The first thing I want to talk about is side effects. I did a lot of, Googling before I went into this, and there are a ton of different side effects that can happen if you decide to quit sugar. I don't think I really had any side effects other than the occasional headache, which I can't say for sure is because of the sugar. And I noticed that my moods were definitely fluctuating. I think that was the #1 thing for me, is that my moods were up and down and I had no idea why. So again, I can't say for sure if it's because of the sugar or if it was just that kind of week, but I definitely noticed it. I also want to be really transparent with you guys. I went through an entire cycle of emotions every single day. If you're someone like me who is addicted to sugar, it's not a fun time. I felt hopeless, I felt emotional, I felt intimidated, I felt successful, and then I felt unsuccessful, and then I felt motivated again, and just scared overall. And I know those are crazy emotions to attach to something like eating, but when it's a part of your everyday life and it has so much of a hold on you and you really don't think you can go a day without it, it's a lot. So I learned a lot about myself and my body, and I found that I had a lot of triggers and habits. One of my biggest triggers are drive-thrus, and I just noticed that every time I drove past a drive-thru, I had the urge to want to go through it even if I wasn't hungry at the time. And this is because I had already formed these terrible habits before I started this process, and I found that it was really difficult. I had to fight myself every time I got in the car. Another thing I noticed was that there were definitely parts of the day that were consistently challenging, and one of those times was after a meal. So anytime I would eat a meal, immediately afterward, I would have a huge craving for sugar and for sweets. Another time was after school, and again, I think this is because I formed a really bad habit of going to a drive-thru after school, whether it was Starbucks or getting food. I always wanted to do something. One of the hardest times for me was actually late at night, which I know is probably not a surprise, and the answer to this is probably just to drink a lot of water and go to sleep. But I found that anytime I was up late at night, whether it was because I was just mindlessly doing something like watching TV or going on my phone, I just felt like I needed to do something with my mouth. Like I just wanted something sweet. I feel like going a week without sugar really helped me learn a lot about my body, and that's not just something I'm saying, because I could tell a difference in my energy based on the things that I ate. Whereas before I was loading myself up with sugar, so the only thing I noticed were the sugar spikes and the crashes and the spikes and the crashes. But when you're feeding yourself sugar all day long, everything just kind of blurs together. So giving my body this break really helped me realize that my body needs a lot more real food than I even thought it would in the beginning. The biggest part of this journey was honestly just going through it mentally, because there was so much that I was fighting. I felt like I was saying no to all of my favorite things, which just felt negative to me, and that was something I was still battling even on the very last day. But it was really hard, because my idea of quitting sugar was so different from what quitting sugar actually was like, mostly because I didn't realize that sugar is literally in everything. Anything processed, pretty much guaranteed to have sugar, which doesn't necessarily intimidate me. I'm not afraid of like fresh food, but for me, the convenience of it and the flavor of it was something that I had grown to really like and really depend on. So that transition was a little bit tough, but I feel like you have to just be in the right state of mind for something like this to happen and be successful. If you are like me, it can take time, but I think a lot of you guys that watch my videos are college age, and I think that's a really, really ideal age to start those super healthy habits, and you will only thank yourself later. I know that some of you are probably wondering if I lost weight, and the answer is I did lose weight. But it's one of those things that it's like, it was such a small amount that it could be water weight, it could be this, it could be whatever. I did lose almost exactly 5 pounds, and I noticed that my body had slimmed down just the slightest bit. So like, you know, when you wake up in the morning and everything like just looks good, I felt like I had that feeling more often, but I also noticed that whenever I ate a ton of sodium, it kind of went away. So you have to be careful no matter what. This is something that I completed like a month ago, and since then I have added sugar back into my diet. And I wanted to mention that because it was awful. Like, I definitely felt it hit my body again, and then I adjusted very quickly and all of those cravings came back. So I would love to do another video like this. Okay, you guys, if this video gets 2,000 likes, I'll make a part 2 and go 30 days without any sugar and vlog it for you guys. I'm honestly kind of scared. We need to up our like game. Make sure you share this video, comment down below, but like it if you want to see that, because I kind of do. It's all on you. I'm just kidding. But it's kind of like on you guys now, so. But the last thing I want to talk about is things that helped me. So you saw in the video, I chewed lots of sugar-free gum, which I know is not the best for you, but I'm telling you, that was like my #1 key to success, was having gum, because it was still satisfying that sweetness, which eventually, do I want to be able to do it without gum? Yes, that would be the goal, because I want to overcome that desire to have that sweetness, but it was the only thing that got me through, you guys. Another thing that was a huge help, was having a ton of water, like an incredible amount of water. So if I had the urge to eat something sweet and delicious, I would chug a lot of water, and sometimes that craving would actually go away. Slowing down my eating was actually really, really helpful. And if you're a teacher, you're probably laughing right now, because there's no such thing as a slow lunch. I'm just saying. But it definitely helped, because for me, eating healthy food quickly did just about nothing for me, because we all know that our brain needs time to process what we eat, but there were days where I had to shove things down, and then what happened immediately afterwards? I wanted sweets. Something that was actually really helpful to occupy my time was to watch videos like the one you're watching now on quitting sugar. If I had any free time, I was watching videos on quitting sugar, because I needed to relate to someone. I needed to get that feeling and just have that satisfaction, even though I hadn't done it yet. I made an entire playlist of videos that I was watching. I'm telling y'all, it'll keep you motivated. So I hope this video was helpful in some form or another. Trust me, I never thought that I would be where I am saying that I quit sugar for a week. And I have to be honest with you guys, because I'm sure you're wondering, I am back into the same old habits I was in before I started this video, and talking about the way that I felt and how good it felt to quit sugar for a week makes me really sad. It makes me really want to do it again, and I know that I can this time, and that's something that I'm really proud of. So if you are someone who has embarked on this journey or is embarking on this journey soon, please leave me a comment down below. I'd love to support you. I'd love to get your advice, and I hope you have a great summer.